What's up, everybody? This is NFL Network's Adam Ray.
This is Only Fruit.
This is Matt Waldman.
This is Chris Zork from your Chicago Bears.
I'm Deanne Miller.
Dan Weaver.
Hey, man, it's Rashad Whitfield.
I'm Courtney Cronin.
Hey, this is David Kaplan. Listen to me. You want to learn football? Listen to my guys, Phil and Shane.
Shane and Phil. Shane and Phil. Oh, Phil.
On the Tape Never Lies Network.
On the Tape Never Lies Network.
Tape Never Lies Network.
The Tape Never Lies Network.
Tape Never Lies Network, home of the greatest Chicago Bears fans on earth.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100.
Here we go. Trading up.
100.
Yes! What? Oh my God. Here it is.
The Tape Never Lies.
Other people drop off, but we still keep rocking.
You'll never know how good your football team's going to be until you play with maximum effort.
Keeping it 100.
An open competition. Take over the North and never give it back.
Smartest man.
My Chicago Bears select Justin Fields, quarterback, Ohio State.
Guess who's back? The two dudes that kept it real. Dynamic duo that you love, the smartest man and Dr. Phil. Breaking down the film, never a problem, kick it straight. Most shows focus on stats, we focus on the tape. We keeping it 100, never running east to west. We coming with that truth, cause that's what our fans expect. Cut off the freaking anchor, forward to be free. But don't you worry, Shane's got the dumbest tweets. It ain't no secret, Phil and Shane got some haters. But now and later, debaters. Frauds get kicked like Coach Tabor. Cuts had to be made, we added a barber moderator. Up and down, boys got you double checking. Sad sacks trolling like a fool, drunk texting. Flexing on the truth, cause you know they never change. Real, recognize real, that's what you get with Phil and Shane. Jimmy's the fucking name. What we do when we're breaking down the Bears. Fuck a play or a captain, all of the unchair. The tape never lies. The truth, you see, we laugh, we analyze, so there's no babies like Maybelline. Straight to the truth with acumen and facts. We got a sad nerd, but he's not just giving nerd stats. Car crash, big impact like Trick Sack. Every Wednesday night you got the smartest man and Phil back. Now we know you're smiling like a fat kid with fun dip. We're back better than ever and we keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100, baby.
Keep it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Justin Fields gets outside the pocket, puts that ball perfectly where only Mooney can get it. 1 point, 2 feet.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100, baby.
Keeping it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100, baby.
Keep it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Bears never lies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, what is up, TTNL family? Yes, I was on mute, so I did a cardio. We got a good show for y'all tonight. Of course, Bears play tomorrow night, so we got to get ready for that. It's a must-win. Bagent is our starter, so we got a lot to talk about tonight. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring in the guys you really here to see. We start with the smartest man, Mr. Shane Morsaw.
Yo, what's up, Cherie?
Oh, nothing much. Let's bring in our guy, Draft Dr. Phil, DDP.
What's
Hi,
up,
Phil.
Cherie? How are you?
I am good. Good Wednesday night. Look at Shane with the clean side profile. You just trying to show that off, huh?
Shane's growing that beard. His
I
beard
see.
game.
No.
The beard is back.
Yeah, I had to grow back for Cherie.
Thank you.
She reprimanded me. She's like,
Like-
you ugly fuck, grow your beard out.
Now, y'all know I
Black
don't
beard.
talk to ugly.
It's like a pirate. Arr. He's back.
He's back.
Pirate shit.
I've been home for about 47 seconds, but you know, it's all good.
So it's Phil.
Same with me. Steph made dinner tonight.
Oh, this isn't our regular jobs. We're not just sitting here waiting for the show to start. Is that how that works?
No, you got nothing better to do but to wait for the shows.
Yeah. Yep.
David G is smoking a joint of absence. I don't know what that means. Honey of absence.
Yeah.
Like
don't ask, don't tell.
I guess David G, one of the oldest, he always says. TTNL people.
So are we ready for the number one bowl tomorrow night?
Yes. It's the number one bowl. The Bears have to win, right?
Yeah.
In order to keep them suppressed.
Yeah, you wanna keep them down. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what
Brian Burns is out, so that's a help.
We always know, like, when teams lose starters, somehow the Bears lose.
Yeah, this undrafted nobody from
Wichita State.
Yeah.
Pass rusher, 5'10".
Yeah, exactly.
All of a sudden, has 3 sacks.
This no talent from, where is it? ECU University, East Carolina University.
East Carolina, home of the great Jeff Blake.
Yeah, and home to
Algie Crumpler,
TTNL superstar patron, Mr.
Ryan Cox,
Goldilocks himself. Yes,
Professor Cox.
Yeah.
Does he use one of those new razors and does his bald head, or is he like a
I'll have to
Bic?
I'll have to ask him. I'll have to ask him. He probably does.
My boy,
he probably
Joe.
does. He probably uses whatever Aaron tells him to use. Would be my guess.
If I was bald, I'd have to have one of those things to do it all the time.
Yeah, I don't think that's something you or I are ever gonna have to worry about. Is going bald.
It's one blessing.
Maybe gray, but not bald.
Oh, I've already gotten the gray. This season it's going to be gray.
Distinguished look, Phil. The salt and pepper look is very distinguished. So do not try to change that.
I appreciate that. I do. I
trying to make you feel good, Phil.
No,
I need to feel good.
I know.
I need to. Let's do a positive TTNL. Let's not fight anybody when they come.
What the Bears did? They fire Eberflus? Is that? Oh wait.
Oh my God! I would have a parade for that. I got to the point where I can't even look at Getsy, Eberflus at all.
Yeah. Should we break the news to the TTNL faithful about the sad situation that happened to TTNL Network about a certain drop that we can no longer play moving forward?
Oh my God. I was surprised by this.
Yeah, work that ass for daddy is now a thing of the past, ladies and gentlemen. It's been removed from our plate and deleted from the system because the copyright lords have spoken. So
yes, they did say it's not like a strike or anything, but
no. It's just we're not going to mess with it. They sent a thing out, and we will.
I saw the 3 emails. I'm like, oh my God. Shane and I were just talking about it like 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
My guy, Rebel A.
Yeah.
Him and his people, they want that money.
Yep.
Can't stand Flus and this staff. I'm mailing it in. Mo.
No, don't mail it
in, Mo.
That's what Carr said to me today. He's like, "Oh, if they bring this staff back, I don't know how I can watch
bringing this staff back."
He's like, "I don't know how I could." Well, I don't think he said staff. I think he said Eberflus. He's like, "I don't know how I can watch these games next year." And I said, "You'll be right there watching them, just like we will be." That's the way it works.
I don't think they could ever bring these guys back. There's no. Think about this. There's no
Adam John's 10 things for the season. That was his number 2 thing. Matt Eberflus will be brought back.
What?
I don't see how.
Adam Johns says didn't he play high school ball or something? Safety.
He's
gonna get trucked by a fullback.
He's broken some major news inside Hallis Hall. I'll just say that, but I'm with you. I don't see.
Also a child of Ted Phillips.
Yeah, I don't know how it can be justified. I really don't.
And I think that's a point where you will lose a lot of the fans.
I agree.
Bury them.
So let me add. Let's just stay in that vein while we're kicking each other in the nuts right now.
Yeah.
With that, if you had to choose one person to stay between Getsy and Eberflus, I would pick Eberflus.
Yeah.
Over Getsy.
Getsy has been terrible even before Eberflus got here. So
oh my God, this is a tough game here.
Yeah.
Like Russian roulette, bro.
Yeah, I just think there's too many other. Like I said, I don't love everything with the defense. I think that they have improved under Eberflus from Williams.
I would have to agree in this game.
But yeah, it's like
there's no
winner. There's no winner. But
right.
Yeah, you're putting it out there.
There's no justifying
these guys picking Getsy over Flus. Yeah, I am not there.
I would never pick Getsy. There's no rhyme or reason for his play calls, his design, his situational, his use of personnel. I mean, it is atrocious to be
the center situation alone is a fireable offense.
It is, and they've known it. They've known it since jump, and they've lost Kramer. We don't know. I mean, I understand he needs to stay healthy himself, but they lost him now, so you don't know. You obviously saw something in him. You drafted him, and you've never gotten him alive, an actual meaningful rep in games, regular season. So. And now he's gone, but
they let Island go. They let Crane, all the young, like you talked about.
Keys guy was having a moment there. So we got our guy back in the fold.
In the Florida Keys. I mean, who's better than you?
He came. Do
you rent that house? Because I need a Florida Keys guy. My boy Hector, there he is. I'll take the D coordinator. Look at him. He's playing a little game.
Oh, he was?
Where's Bullets when we need to break some news?
I could just check the 400 DMs I get every day with Bears news. Like, must be people thinking that I just don't give a shit about the Bears and don't pay any attention to it. As Bears news breaks and my phone just instantly melts with everybody sending me the news. I'm like, I got Twitter. Kind of keep up on this stuff, but keep it coming. It's all good.
I start to hate the people that break the news after the news and then give their opinion on this news.
Yeah.
You've done two things wrong now. You've broken the news after the news has already been broken by someone else, using someone else's, and then you say, well, this might be a really good move by the Bears. Your might is an out clause in the contract. You're not analyzing it.
Yeah, well, I think you see a lot of that with everybody. Well, this could happen. It might happen. Maybe. You're essentially pulling the Matt Eberflus card. If you heard, I don't know if you heard the presser today, but it was...
I didn't.
All sorts of bad. I mean, I can give you like a little bit of a transcript just to
give me some transcripts.
Let me
listen.
This is from
coach.
This is from Jason Leisure asked the question. And this is what Jason tweeted out. And these are his exact words. This is not a parody. And this is the question from Leisure.
Oh boy.
Coach, if Fields isn't medically cleared, why is he listed as doubtful? Answer. Yeah, just to see. We got to give him one more day. Give him one more day, but he's working hard, and it's getting better every day. So we'll see where it goes tomorrow. Question. So he's not playing? Yeah, he's not playing. But he's listed as doubtful.
Oh my God.
It's this bullshit gamesmanship. It's bullshit gamesmanship that the Chicago Bears organization seems to live by, that they can pull the okey doke through the media and everybody's gonna, the banana in the tailpipe. Ooh, never saw that coming. Where'd you guys come up with that?
Can I get some protein on that word salad?
It's like they're saying, oh, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make Frank Reich prepare for 2 different quarterbacks, and that's gonna listen. You've won 2 games, Matt Eberflus. 2. You're 2-7. Maybe you should focus on your own game plan and not trying to put the banana in somebody else's tailpipe. If you're 7-2, I'll take some of your word salad bullshit.
Right.
You haven't earned it. You have 2 wins, 7 losses, and you're worried about the worst team in the NFL record-wise?
Well, Arizona is competing for that too. Let's not count them out.
No, I agree, but I'm just saying their focus is completely in the wrong part.
Yeah.
Good.
Dude, I'd take him over our head coach.
Things you would rather have than Matt Eberflus as your head coach. Dandruff.
A rash.
Or Matt Eberflus.
Yeah.
Diarrhea.
I'm going dandruff. Job.
My old roommate.
Get in somebody's ass today.
No.
Not happening. Oh my God. Mark Trestman or Matt Eberflus?
Trestman.
Yeah, Trestman.
Probably not. Because I think I spoke too quick.
Oh.
The thing that I think I'd take Flus because Flus has not lost the locker. Mark Trestman completely had you hear some of the stuff that Lance Briggs was talking about that was going on where he would sneak up into the coaches' offices to go to the bathroom just to be an asshole, stuff like that, and that the players didn't respect him whatsoever. You can't say that yet about Matt Eberflus, but
so I don't know if you guys have answered this question before.
Oh my God.
Welcome to the show, Straight Smoke. First time listener.
We've always gone with cheating ass Harbaugh.
Yeah.
That's how we've always. He starts at the top.
Yeah, me too. I haven't wavered from that. I just think you need Albert Breer reaffirmed what you've been saying, Phil, for a long time, and we've always heard that he believes that Jim Harbaugh isn't just going to go anywhere, and he is a guy that looks at history and enjoys it. And he looked at it with Bo Schembechler and Michigan and all of that, and of course he went there, and he said, and the Chicago Bears are his dream job. He said that. And Albert Breer isn't putting bullshit out there. He's an Ohio State alum. He hates Michigan. And his words exactly were, I don't know why other teams aren't lining up to hire this guy. Is he hard to work with in some instances? Yes, he is.
So are the McCaskies.
Exactly. That doesn't make him. That doesn't make you a bad coach. You can be.
Let's get the coach right.
Yeah.
If he's a little fucking screwy, good. That's what the fucking city of Chicago is anyway. All the fucking politics, all the bullshit. They need someone that's a little screwy and in the screwy though is brilliance. I'm telling you.
Well, I don't even know if it's
who's got it better than us.
I don't even know if it's the brilliance, Phil. I think it comes with he's been there, he's done that, he knows where the skeletons are hidden. I don't think he's scared to speak his mind to ownership to say, get the fuck out of my way and let me coach this team the way that it's needed to be coached in a very, very long time. And I think even beyond the brilliance, like you said, it can be something as simple as fundamental football that we're not even seeing. And it's week in and week out. It's a viable fucking game plan that you look at and you're like, wow, that makes sense for the personnel that we have out there. That we look at now and we're like, wow, this makes sense, but we're not going to do it 2 weeks in a row because that's not how it works in Chicago. That's not how it works under Matt Nagy.
Hit it out of the
That's
park.
not how it works under Matt Eberflus.
You hit it out of the park. That's the fundamental football. Who am I blocking? Who and what are we attacking? Each and every opponent. You can't be like, okay, we're going to run this offense versus this team. And we're going to run this kind of offense versus this team. There has to be something that you have an identity, that you put your hat on, that you force teams to try to stop you.
Justin, let me look at
Jim Harbaugh
here over all of the reps that you've taken. Let me see what you do well.
Exactly.
Let me see if we can incorporate that into this motherfucking game plan. How about that, boys and girls? What a novel concept. Not in Chicago.
No, look, here is Deonta Foreman averaging 8 yards per carry. But hold up, hold my beer. Let's get Rashawn Johnson in the game real quick. These things happen with.
And that's not an indictment. We're not
David
saying
Montgomery.
that we don't. That's not saying that we don't like Rashawn Johnson. We do. Deonta Foreman should be in there, and the only time that he should be coming off the field is when his tongue is dragging on the field right now. You have 2 wins. You should be running the football. This guy should be leading the charge. It's not that hard. It's better for Tyson Bagent. It's better for Justin Fields. It's better for this offensive line. It's better for the Chicago Bears. What is so hard to figure out? What do you expect tomorrow night when Tyson goes out there, Phil? What's the over-under on passes?
I have no idea. I feel like we're going to see Khalil Herbert starting if he's cleared to play. This is the kind of shit that we're talking like.
Disgraceful, and that means it'll happen.
Exactly. That's the dumb shit. Well, no. I know football. I know this game. I'm never going to pretend to be a computer genius or anything else. I know this game, and this football team has always lacked the concept of what Shane's talking about. What do we do well? Let's do that. Enforce that. That's the secret sauce of Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
He identifies what we do well, and we stick with that. And then we have a whole mess of misdirection off of it. So they understand the use of tight ends, inside zone, reverses. They even have some Delaware wing T concepts with motion across fake, and they do it, and they get you thinking one thing, and they go the other way. And the Bears, Bears ran this great counter play.
Finally.
Right? They got 8 yards on it, right? They can never run it again. I'm like, wow, they blocked it perfect. Never ran it again. This is what they do. And it's unfortunate, and it's legitimately an issue. And that's where the head coach is a failure, because he's not going to the offensive coordinator and saying, what is our identity? Like, what are you doing? This is a reflection of me. I need this. I need that. I need that. This is the problem. That's why Eberflus has to go. Like, I see this too. Like Travis Homer, there's zero reason he needs to be in this fucking game. Zero.
And you look at it, Phil. So they designate Khalil Herbert, Josh Blackwell, and who's the other one that I'm thinking of?
Equanimous St. Brown.
You know, they designate them to return. And so I'm thinking, I'm thinking logically, using my head that, this is finally the end of the Velus Jones experience. I'm not even saying that you need to release him completely. Release him from the 53 and nobody's going to claim him. Put him on your practice squad if that's what you want. But they released Greg Stroman today.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, I thought he had upside. He was the guy that went out there and called upon, made plays. They released Stroman. They released Duron Harmon, who they pulled off. Baltimore's practice squad, former Patriot. I understand that he brought a little bit, some vet savvy, but whatever. Yeah, they're still going to have to make, another move. But I mean, again, Velus Jones survives. And at what point does the hammer drop on him? Eberflus as well. When there's a guy and there's a teammate struggling, you pull him through, you pull him to the finish line. It doesn't matter. That's not being a coach. It's not. You own the NFL. It's what's next. You've had so many chances, Velus Jones. And I'm not gonna.
No one's had more.
I'm not gonna
say Kevin White of this fucking team.
The face mask penalty. Listen. I would have been pissed too if I was him. He was getting murdered on that. Two guys were holding him.
Oh, that was terrible.
It's awful. But beyond that, what does he do? You're an active participant on the game day roster to watch balls sail over your head in the end zone on kickoffs, to get the occasional jet sweep.
Velus Jones, I like it.
Yeah, Velus Jones, perfect.
Good one, guy. The ball falling and people blaming Bagent, that's how does God live with these kind of human beings?
Yeah.
The ball falls to a professional athlete. He just happens to slip on turf, which is hard to do. Right. Velus Jones does. But in God's world, it falls right into his fucking chest. And he drops it there off his elbow, then his leg. This motherfucker had every body part drop a ball, and he can't get poles to drop him. I'm with you. The kid is probably the nicest kid. He's a talented athlete. You can see he's got suspect hands, suspect route running. He can't fucking give you anything but gadgets.
Right. And you drafted him, 71st?
Overall, 75th or 71st?
Yeah, I think it was 71. But go back. Hey, look at our.
What's up? All right, here I am. I'm on air.
Yeah. Speaking of brick hands.
Brick hands. What's up?
You notice Darnell Mooney finally shows up for a game. Claude breaks the hat.
I got it. They finally throw to the kid. I mean, what the hell? The kid is like he doesn't get thrown to anymore all of a sudden, but he had a good game. I got to represent.
Took down Bearhead, put up some mirrors.
Yeah.
Claudio's got mirrors from the shop. Are you at home tonight?
I'm at home right now. Yep. Got the Christmas
those pillows, or is that a throw behind you?
It's a throw. Christmas is in full effect in my house already.
His wife going all Christmas already?
All Christmas all over the place.
Thanksgiving.
Ava, that's my daughter. Ava.
Oh, there she is.
There she is.
Best looking person in the house.
I know, it's
right there.
amazing.
Oh, look at me. I'm not pressing
like a model.
Yeah, don't. Under 18.
Claudia. Claudia the barber. In the
What's
house.
up? Sorry I'm late. I was with Bayless Jones. We were out with Pole's daughter. He dates Pole's daughter, so I don't know if you knew that. I was out with him chilling.
Something must be going on, I tell you, man.
Then let me do what I hired to do.
That's what he does. That's Bayless and Angela are the same people. They do what they gotta do.
You know,
it's never good.
Yeah, I was listening to you guys. I don't understand the Bayless thing. What? Put Trent Taylor out there on offense. Let's see what he can do at receiver. I mean, I don't understand.
I could bring in a guy off the street that I feel like would have more upside and have. I mean, it doesn't even. Let's be honest. Doesn't even have to be a wide receiver. Bring in a center. Bring in another
center.
Yeah, bring in another defensive lineman that's showing you something.
Oh my God. Bring in somebody other than Bayless. Save us from Bayless. How about that, Claudio, for a t-shirt?
That's a good one. Bayless is good too. Whoever said
I like
that.
how he said Bayless.
Bayless is good.
But I want a t-shirt with a whole statement. Save us from Bayless.
Yeah.
And Eberflus on the back. No more lose with Eberflus. There you go. Obvious shirts can steal that one, Greg Braggs.
Uh-oh.
No more lose. I'm tired of losing and with Eberflusing. No good. I gotta get it.
You don't expect anything different tomorrow night, though, when the Bears, if they receive the kick, you expect number 12 back there, correct?
Oh my God.
Back there to wave at it when I'm
going like this.
Or just watch it go over.
No, just back up. I really enjoyed Getsy putting rookie Tyler Scott as fullback this week.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah,
watching that on. Like, who does this?
Well, choose the smallest motherfucker we got. We're gonna line him up at fullback.
Hold on.
You put a jersey on Tony Medlin. Oh no, next best thing. And that's not an indictment on Scott, but come on.
It's an indictment on the OC. Like,
you signed Mercedes Lewis for a reason, for his what? His blocking ability. Put him there.
Couldn't believe it when I'm cutting tape. I'm like, I sent it to Ryan Cox and Shane. I'm like, look at this offensive coordinator. He put Tyler Scott as a fullback and ran behind him.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Saints are putting their biggest dude, number 99.
Yeah, exactly.
They're putting him out there because he will fucking block people and get some holes.
That's usually what you do. Like, you put an athlete. Here's the Eberflus way. You know what? I'm going to fool everybody. We're going to take our smallest receiver and line him up at fullback and actually try to run behind him.
Yeah.
It didn't work. Spoiler alert. It's ridiculous.
That'd be like Phil and Shane saying, you know what, Claude? Why don't you take over BHL tomorrow night?
Yeah, it'll be the shortest BHL ever.
Yo, see you later, everybody.
Bears lost. What else can I say? They suck.
No, they're going to win tomorrow.
No, I agree.
They have to win.
Mm-hmm. Not just they have to. They should. They're a better team. We have better talent. We should win the game.
Well, we've lost to some teams we've had better talent than. We shouldn't have lost that game.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I got
Shane asked us, if you had to choose Eberflus or Getsy, one stays, one goes. Which one?
Oh, dude. I mean, I would say Getsy because the play calling is
everybody's
so much more
same
important.
island.
Yeah.
Survivor Island, Larison.
Because if you bring in a good offense coordinator and the offense can click, then really,
Eberflus on this offense.
Yeah,
like,
there's definitely talent now.
Any piece of shit worth their grain of salt would understand 21 has to set the tone. It's just that simple. It's just easy to see it.
He runs hard.
He runs so powerful with passion behind his pads.
We need a head coach. We need a head coach, Claude. We need a head coach.
I know, but how about
like this guy? He's like Kmet. Go to the bench. He's improved every year.
We're putting him back. Get to the bench. That's what he's saying. He's like, go, Kmet. Listen, you got to give it up for Kmet, though. I mean, the dude is making some plays.
I ran that first catch back, and
that was a ridiculous catch.
More impressive watching it back because there was a point when I ran it back. I'm like, yeah, he's going to drop it this time. I mean, that's how it was. Yeah. Just one of those.
The throw was just as ridiculous. I mean, the throw was.
Phil, you were right. It was Barber that made the comment. That's just a reckless throw, and I'm like, you got a guy 6'6" posted up a DB that's 5'10".
Yeah.
Oh,
reckless throw was the pick where
like 4
defenders on one guy. That was a reckless throw.
There was, he threw 2 terrible balls. The one in cover 2, I'm blaming the fucking coach. We're all standing there. I've never seen a zone beater where everybody's standing, and it looked like basketball. Like,
and the defender made a great play on one of them. He just, made a ridiculous play.
Ran across, but then the 2 when
a little more, but
I did praise Kmet on BHL for that catch. I did.
Yeah, he missed some
his other plays. I mean, he is who he is. That was his best catch of his career.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't think it was as good as the Atlanta one. Was pretty special.
It was that was a great catch, but I feel like it kind of was lucky catch. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this one's obviously I can see where you push it up because it was for 6 also. You know,
yeah, exactly. He literally turns and looks the ball in the whole way, catches with his hands, and pulls it into his body. It was perfectly done. If he can do that, then that's what you want to see out of the guy. But the play to Mooney where Mooney cuts back on this, you're right there, Cole. Like, just have a little football acumen.
Yeah, it looked like he looked on that, and he doesn't even need to. You don't even want him to turn around because then he'll get penalized for it. But just get your body in front, and you can literally put your hands up, and the guy's behind you, and you're gonna cut him off, and he might have housed it.
I missed it on that play. He could have got the dude that ran him down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Easy. Cole was there, and it was like he looked real quick, but he just didn't look enough because the guy was coming, and then
he looked and said, "That dude ain't catching him." He's like,
yeah.
Like,
well, I don't think
that was impressive. I can't believe he fucking caught up to him.
Cole Kmet, if I coach this dude, he would fucking be a better player because he would hate me in the film.
He's way better than you give him credit for, though, Phil. I understand he's got missed blocks, and that pisses all of us off, but he's improved every single year. Yeah.
He did tackle the interception guy. That was one thing I noticed on tape. When the kid had the pick, he went over and tackled him, and I was like, okay. Because normally he just has a lack of football awareness that troubles me. Maybe,
and I don't think he's anywhere near a finished product. Like I said, I think it's easy to. You look at the who are the top tight ends in the league. When they came in, when Kittle came in, when Kelsey came in, even Andrews, those guys came in as rookies at 23 and 24 years old, all 3 of them. Cole came in and was like 20 years old, like a week before the draft. Okay, he was the COVID draft. Cole's 24 right now, 24 years old.
Yeah,
So
that's what Brandon's saying. Imagine he's 4 years.
That's
from
why
now.
you that's why you extend him.
That's still. I'm with. He does run like.
I have a thing here where somebody look.
But he did a good job
right here. So right now, statistically in the NFL for all tight ends, right now he's second in the NFL in touchdowns, tight ends, receptions tied for fourth, catch percentage 82% is fourth in the league. 24 years old, still ascending. This was from Chris Emma. I understand, and listen, I've had plays where I've watched Cole Kmet where you're like, dude, just fucking just go. Just go.
Yep.
And I still think there's a lot of upside there. And I mean, he's gonna be here. I think he can definitely be an asset. I think what I'm most disappointed in if I'm talking about a tight end is their usage of Tanyan, because I thought Tanyan would actually make Cole Kmet's life easier, but they're just not. I don't know what the disconnect is there. Because I believe Phil, I think maybe it was you were one of them that expected him to have more.
I really did.
Yards than Kmet, but they're just not.
It doesn't look like he attacks downfield with routes.
No.
Getsy, I'm talking. They don't use these guys. And this is the same, like Cole Kmet is, improved. In the Chargers game, he broke off a tackle, then turned up the field, lowered his pad, then he did it again on the check down run when he escaped. He went to chip, then escaped, then Bagent hit him, and he just lowered his shoulders, and I'm like, okay, that's what I want to see. This isn't a guy, and I think someone in the chat said it too, and I've said this many times before, it's the fault of the OC. You do not screen pass to Cole Kmet. He's a fucking truck that needs to get down going. He's not twitchy.
It's like putting a fucking plow on it's not like that. It's like it would be, Cole is a fucking lifted truck, 4-wheel drive that you can drive in the fucking mud and stuff like that. You're not putting it out on the fucking racetrack to make some noise out there. And I totally agree. And how many times we've seen
we're together.
We saw it. They used to do it with, remember when they had Trey Burton here? They would, God. Was that, remember the shovel pass?
Yeah.
Trey Burton? They did it all the time.
They would do it to Shaheen.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh my God. Like he needs to, he's growing on me. He's not jumping as much when the ball comes to him. So
I would be much more concerned if Cole Kmet was 28 or 29 years old and they just extended him and he was doing this. I mean, there's guys that just came out in this past draft that are 24 years old. You know what I mean? There's going to be guys in this next draft that are going to be 24 years old. So I just think that there's a lot of upside there. He signed a 4-year deal, dude. He's going to be hitting it again at 27.
See how he does tomorrow. He did some good things there. The football acumen, you can improve. Yeah. So to your point, you can improve that.
Just like you can improve what as a quarterback? Your arm strength.
Arm strength.
People think that this is like the biggest issue, and somebody on Twitter was trying to, I don't know, I can't remember exactly who it was. It'll probably come to me. Was trying to prove a point using Tyson Bagent's first 4 games versus Justin Fields' last 4 games, and I'm like, that's
just ridiculous.
You can't.
Let's take the first 5 days of Abraham Lincoln's presidency and compare it to the first 5 days of Joe Biden's. And
oh God, yeah, let's just move on right there.
Move on.
Yeah,
I don't get it. I mean, he's
kind of shit that doesn't even it doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, I don't know why
they're not even living in a real world.
I mean, just because he hasn't consistently in the few games he's played. I don't get it. I don't get the Tyson Bagent hate. I don't.
Well, what it is, Claudia, it's not even it's we've talked about this a little bit. There's a section of fans that want Tyson Bagent to fail because they're Justin Fields fans.
So then they're not their fans.
I want both of these guys to play well while they're in. I mean, I just don't understand. There's people that know very well. They're like, oh my God, Tyson Bagent threw that pick and it was awful. What is he thinking? And then if Justin Fields, it's like, well, come on, man. Eberflus.
Well, that's what's really getting me on.
Getsy's a bad offensive coordinator. The Bears organization isn't stable. It will both ways.
But that's what's getting me on social media, on Twitter. And I hate to, like, now I feel like I'm defending Bagent, and I'm not. Like you said, I want to see both quarterbacks do well. But when you see Bagent make a mistake, and then people are like, oh my God, I can't wait for Justin Fields to come back. I don't have the energy to go back and pull receipts of the people that back when Fields was playing, oh man, he gonna throw a fourth quarter pick. So it's like you quickly forget how you were checked out on Fields, but now because Bagent is making a mistake, I can't wait for Fields to get back. So it's like you say, both of them have their warts, and it's just that recency bias of Bagent is the one that because they want Fields to be the guy, no one else is going to be good. Like any mistake anyone else makes, Tom Brady could be in there, and if he throw a pick, it's going to be off Fields.
I just don't understand.
It shouldn't matter who. I mean, listen, if the Bears are winning, doesn't matter who's the quarterback. If they're playing better, then that's who you should be rooting for. And I want Fields. Listen, I love Fields. I think he has the potential to be a superstar. He's got the attributes. He's got everything. But I mean, looking at the tape and looking at this year, Tyson Bagent makes better decisions quicker. That's what he's been doing. He makes quick decisions. He makes his reads, and he's not making as many in the pocket mistakes as I think Fields has made. So, you know, I love Fields and I want him back, and I think he should be our quarterback. But I just don't understand why everybody's so hard up on Tyson when he makes some mistakes, which of course he's gonna. This kid is a rookie. This kid has only had 4 games. I mean,
he's undrafted division.
Like what the fuck? Go look at Peyton Manning's fucking rookie stats. Go look at a lot of quarterbacks' rookie stats. Yeah,
first round pick.
You expect this kid to be a fucking, Brock Purdy coming in there looking.
We live
like
with
a
group of people that want it instantaneously.
Yeah,
and don't know football. And I'm sorry, fantasy football has created a different type of atmosphere with football analysis. It's just instant points recognized. Then it streams down to Madden, like Shane talks about. How fast is this guy on Madden? How quick is he? How much does he do? And the reality of that sets apart the truth a little bit even further than you can imagine, right, Steph?
It's like a flash.
But the reality is this kid has a lot of things that you like. There's no doubt, like the average football fan doesn't understand that he's up there checking fronts and building protections and understanding the playbook. He's a baby in this. It's in the infancy of his career. It's yet to be defined, and the reality of that stuff just pisses me off because you always cheer for the fucking jersey. All of these people that are pitting the two of them just don't get it, and it's sad. It's sad that this society has gotten to that point. Like, I'm cheering for the Bears.
Exactly. Guess what? There's a chance Justin Fields is here next year. Tyson Bagent is going to be here next year.
Without a doubt.
100%. Depending on what happens draft slotting wise, that's going to dictate what's going to happen with Justin. Listen, you guys know my stance. I'm not moving off of Justin Fields for Drake May. That's me. Doesn't mean that I'm right. Doesn't mean that I'm wrong. That's me. if the Bears get the number 1 pick, I have a feeling on draft night the Bears are going to move off of. Well, they'll probably move off of him before that, but they would pull the trigger on Caleb Williams. But I'm going to support Justin Fields 100% out there. I'm going to support Tyson Bagent out there. It should never be Tyson Bagent versus Justin Fields at any point. I just don't understand that. You're not a Bears fan if that's what it comes down to. And people are so, Cherie, you see it on Twitter. They're so volatile. It's crazy.
That's what drives me crazy is how they react on Twitter. It's so maddening. And I'm a person that I've said it before, I will quickly unfollow and block people. But sometimes I do feel the need to speak up because it's like, come on, like y'all are crucifying this kid.
Right.
And like Claudio say, he's played 4 games. Give him a chance.
Not even yet. Not even.
Yeah, just real quick.
He's so Joseph, dead on one player.
Joseph, it's not if Justin Fields is worth $20 million next year because he's not going to be making. You have to make the 5th-year option decision right after the draft. It's right in it's like May 3rd or something like that. So next year is going to be year 4 for Justin. So he's already under contract for that. So it's not about, and it's not 20, it's going to be 20. It's going to be like 25 million for the 5th-year option. So that would be the 2025 season. So likely if, like I said, if the Bears had the number 1 overall pick and they've decided that they're taking Caleb Williams, they trade Justin Fields. That team that acquires him, if it's before that date, is going to have the option, and then they would obviously pick it up. But we have a long way to go before we get there. And at the end of the day, it's just, let's be Bears fans. Tyson's going to have his negative plays. Exactly. He's going to have his really, really stupid plays. But I've seen amazing plays from Justin Fields, just like I've seen Justin Fields out there where I'm like, rip it, throw it.
And that's what Bagent has been doing.
Right.
He's been making, and when he's not making a completion, he's making a decision to throw it out of bounds or to run. You know what I mean? He's making quick decisions. And Fields can do that. I think Fields can, but for some reason right now he was having some issues.
So our guy Kerry Franklin in the super chat says, I'm rooting for the Bears. I hope either Fields or Bagent can help us win games. If Fields starts, I hope he crushes it. If Bagent starts, I hope he shows a rebound from the 4th quarter. Time for a win with the Bears jersey. Absolutely. Listen, the Bears have to win tomorrow night.
Yeah.
You are a better team than the Carolina Panthers. I feel like you have more talent than the Carolina Panthers. You're at home. It's time. And if they go out there and fall flat, it would be expected because we've seen the Bears do that. But it would be bad all the way around. I mean, if I'm George McCaskey and you go out and you fall flat on your face, it's not like you're playing the Kansas City Chiefs on national TV tomorrow night. You're playing the Carolina Panthers. And one of their best defenders is out of the game. Let's be honest. Their offensive line isn't great. It's got some big-time issues. You just paid a guy a lot of money to get in here and go after the quarterback. Montez Sweat needs to have an impactful game tomorrow night. Same thing. Tyson Bagent, that's the thing. If it's him and he goes out there and he's starting, which obviously he's going to be, you can't make the mistakes like you did again. You have to learn from it. Where we don't have confidence with that is I actually have confidence that Tyson Bagent can improve, but are they doing the right things beyond Tyson Bagent?
Yeah.
Is Getsy going to make the right call? Is Matt Eberflus going to say, oh, yes, we're going to go with this game plan? Are they going to run Deontay Foreman enough? Are they going to try to force Roshan Johnson in there? These are the questions that
don't forget. This is a revenge game too. I mean, you got Deontay Foreman and more that I think are going to want to play as much and play harder. You know,
absolutely. They want to make their statement. And do you think that the Carolina Panthers aren't going to do everything in their power to try to win tomorrow night? They want their pick to be as worse as it can be for the Chicago Bears. They know. They know, but wouldn't it be just like Chicago to have Bryce Young have his breakout game tomorrow night? National TV against the Bears. Fields isn't playing. He goes out there and throws for 340 and 4 touchdowns.
I swear, I feel sorry. I watched some of the Panthers games. I feel so sorry for Bryce Young. He looks like such a little kid among all of these giants around him.
Don't tell Phil that.
He is not.
I'm an Alabama guy. You guys know that. I would not have taken Bryce. I had CJ Stroud over him, and that, like I said, I whiffed on plenty of quarterbacks. His anticipatory throws can be elite. That's where he thrives. Frame, I just don't think it's sustainable.
No.
Is he 204 pounds on game day? No fucking way.
No.
He's not. You have to have a game plan.
He won't be durable. He won't be able to
attack him tomorrow night, get him on the ground. And it has to be early. Set the tone early. You get punched in the mouth right out the gate, that can affect you. Can't sit back with bend, don't break. Because I'll tell you what, if you play 10 and 12 yards off against Bryce Young, he is a technician. He will thread those. He will put a 14-play drive against you. That's how accurate he is. He has the ability to do that. You have to attack this kid, make him feel uncomfortable, get him off his platform, and attack. And I just don't have faith in this coaching staff that they're going to do the right thing. That's the problem. Yeah, Bill's right. There's no way. Listen, he played at Alabama at like 175, 178 in there. He loaded up on water for the NFL Combine. That's why he showed up and he didn't work out, but he weighed in. He had all that water weight. Then what did he do? A few weeks later at his pro day, he didn't weigh in because he got rid of all that water weight, and then he worked out. He never has to weigh in again because the 204 is on record. There's no way he's 204 pounds. It's in Sheree, like you said, you've seen it. I have a picture. Actually, if you guys talk a little bit, I'll see if I can bring it up with how small he is comparative to other Alabama players when they played here a couple of weeks ago, and I'll put it up. But
but there's no reason we should lose this game. But
I agree.
No, the only reason we might lose this game is because we're wearing the fucking god awful orange jerseys.
Why do y'all?
That's the only reason we might lose this game. No,
I don't.
I'm not a fan. I'm sorry. I
know most people hate it, but because orange looks good on me, I don't care what y'all think.
Well, everything looks good on you, but I'm just saying it's just. I don't get it.
I'd like to see him.
I'd
switch it up a little bit. I don't mind the orange myself.
Yeah?
I'm
not a fan. I'm not a fan. And I think we haven't won with it, right? Isn't there a stat?
They never have.
Right? We've never won.
Yeah.
With it. So that's
it's like when they did the Navy on Navy. You know what I mean? Have they ever won in those? The Navy on Navy?
I don't know, but I like those better.
Y'all the ones that be knowing the history of these games, but
actually the worst are those old school 20s striped, look like jesters, remember?
Yeah,
the striped ones. Those
I don't like any of the striped uniforms.
Those are bad.
So this is perfect timing with Phil back because they were talking about Bryce Young and his size. So this is your favorite thing to talk about, but I have it right here. I was trying to prove a point to everybody. So here it is. There's Bryce Young with his Alabama brethren, and
holy shit!
Yeah, he looks like a kid.
That dude's arm on the left is bigger than both of his thighs put
together. So real quick. So obviously Bryce Young is number 9.
Holy shit.
Number 8 is John Mechie, and on the Houston Texans website, they have Mechie listed at 5'11", 187 pounds. When you go to the Carolina Panthers website, they have Bryce Young at 5'11", 204 pounds listed. Wow. So Mechie number 8 is 187, and you're telling me that Bryce Young's 204? There ain't no way.
No way.
Well, Bryce was at the game with Phil. See, he's right next to him.
Yeah, just watch 85, son. He's improved every year.
Jesus.
Did you get in trouble?
Good.
Did the?
I'm trying to help the wife deal with the boys because they're having problems.
Well,
they need Uncle Shane to come down there and kick some ass?
No, this is personal problem, so I have to go to CVS.
All right.
Told them we're going to end the show early anyway tonight because we're back tomorrow night.
Yep. Well,
so we ain't doing no 3 hours.
Family first. That's the way that
exactly.
it goes.
Go take care of the babies.
Yeah.
So do you want me to load up the shout outs?
Holy cow, this will be a record.
This is definitely a record.
1 hour.
Yeah.
Well, let's just breeze through these real quick, Phil, before we do get out of here. The super chats. Drew Black said Adam Johns putting the bold prediction about Flus smells of one of his sources asking him to test the waters. What does the smartest man think? I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, the Bears are crazy like that. I've made up my mind about Eberflus. There's no way in hell I'm bringing him back, Drew. Thank you for your super chat, $5. But that's the way that the Bears work. They want to do things through the media, and I don't agree with it at all, but it wouldn't shock me in the least. Nathan Hill, $1.99. To be honest, I'm going for a tie. I think he's talking about tomorrow night versus Carolina. I mean, go win. Go win. Kidney Nicholas, Bears fans, troll Bears fans. So true. That's Bears Twitter in a nutshell. Awaken the Master. Field stands are so triggered by anything anti-Justin or pro-Bagent. That's true. I think we already did. Carries. Right here, Phil. What about this? If Harbaugh is the coach, you take McCarthy top 10. $1.99. JJ McCarthy.
If Harbaugh wants him, that's fine. I definitely think he's a top 10 quarterback.
Oh yeah, I like McCarthy a lot.
I don't know if you guys talked about this already with Harbaugh.
I like him a lot.
What you guys aren't at all worried or concerned about the issues that are going on over there with him? No,
because every fucking coach out there is doing the same kind of dumb shit.
Yeah, we
talked
about
this last week.
I know Cap's made a stand on it and saying, that integrity matters and all of that, but I don't want to. Phil and I all have to do a patron show because we have some connections to some different schools, and like I said, I could tell you some fucking stories of shit that goes on that would blow you. And I'm not just talking about big time college football. I'm talking about like lacrosse, where shit would blow your mind at a collegiate level of where, like,
this is like a witch hunt.
Syracuse is a big time lacrosse school, and there's stuff that has happened that would blow your fucking mind. Imagine what it's like in a $1 billion industry like NCAA football.
Well, you got like Stephen A. Smith saying they should be banned from the
because they want to take this clicky, get all these clicks and people talking about a point of view. I love Cap, but I will battle him to the ends of the days that you don't turn your cold shoulder to fucking Jim Harbaugh because of what was going on at Michigan. You just don't. And listen, Bill Belichick, I know there's rumors out there that he's going to get fired or whatever, but doesn't take away what he was able to do. They got caught, Deflategate. They got caught videotaping practice. Does this sound fucking similar? I mean, teams are trying to get an advantage in a game in the ultimate team sport. It happens. It happens. Am I doing it? No. There's a team. I mean, we're in the playoffs. There's a questions whether or not this team is playing a fucking fifth grader in a third and fourth grade game. It's in youth sports. People are cheating. I can't believe it, but they are. This world is fucking crazy. We're shooting coaches and referees. We're fighting. Parents are fighting other parents. It's like it's getting to the point where Jesus has to come back to kind of settle this whole fucking thing down. I don't know. Something has to happen. Something's got to give. It's just crazy. The Chicago Bears, though, they've lacked any kind of authority, creativity, and identity as a football team because they've had the wrong coach.
And if
Jim
you want,
Harbaugh instantly,
I
even
agree.
if it comes with Steven, the Chicago Bears are doing something crazy.
Yeah.
Taking a chance on this. No.
You cheating.
You ain't, what is it? You're not trying if you ain't cheating if you're not trying, whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Well, it's even beyond that. If you want to take it to maybe this is the Bears' number one focus. They have to take this positive momentum and just remove Justin Fields and Tyson Bagent from this talk. Let's just say the season ends and the Bears have the number one pick via Carolina. There's going to be so much hype surrounding Caleb Williams to one of the biggest markets in the NFL. There's going to be all of that talk. They're going to want to sustain that momentum. It's going to go over into a coach. Let's not forget that these guys are also trying to get a multi-billion-dollar sports, city essentially built. That's going to come into play with all of this. The glitz and the glamour of all of this is going to sell. You bring in Harbaugh and have him unlock Justin Fields, that's going to sell. You bring in Harbaugh and Caleb Williams in the draft, and maybe you're throwing Marvin Harrison in there on top of it. That's going to sell.
Jim Harbaugh walking out. Jim Harbaugh tried to fight Jim Schwartz. That sign me up. Like, what?
Yeah, you know what I would do if I was Jim Harbaugh? I would be the head coach, and one of my first calls would be to Jim Schwartz to be my defensive coordinator.
I would love it.
You go out there because he is attack. That's what the Bears need to get back to. Bend, don't break. No.
It ain't working, bro. This fucking Lovey sit back in a zone, pick your nose while you're licking an ice cream cone ain't fucking working. It's not. The Bears need to be aggressive. I'm totally with you, bro. You got to get an attacking. The whole thing needs to go George Costanza level opposite day.
Phil, do you remember the days when you could watch the Bears and even when you were watching them just on defense back in the day, it was almost like you couldn't catch your breath because it was relentless. And you're like, oh my, I want that fucking mentality here. Like I said, I
11 hats to the ball.
I talked about it earlier. When you have a team down and you put your foot on their neck and you hear a bone crack, I don't want you to call the medics and say, he might have broke a bone in his neck. There's a bunch more bones down in there that you need to break. That's the mentality. You have to be a dog. That's what makes a winner in the NFL. Oh, we're up by 17. We're gonna pull the dogs off. No, you're not good enough for that.
We're here with Coconut Pete. I'm doing the same thing, Pete. I'm
exactly.
Like, who's gonna fuck up this one?
Yeah.
When they do get a stop, it's like it's 3rd and 15. We'll use your thing, Coconut. It's 3rd and 15. They get 14, right? And they immediately put up the hand. It's 4th down.
Yeah.
But they might go for it. Oh, they are going. There goes 1st down. Now you ain't punting, bro. You just gave up 14, you fucking dumbasses.
Yeah, and like we understand the Bears aren't good enough talent-wise. But how many games have they been in with a talent deficit where it's clearly comes back to the biggest deficit was on the coaching staff, was on the game plan. The Bears have talent. Don't
especially on offense. Especially on offense. Defense, with defense we need a lot more talent. But offense,
and let's not discount the fact that we had such a terrible record last year. We have a fairly easy schedule. We're playing all the other bad teams. So
on defense,
also
on defense, you want to fix this. You can't sit back and read and react. You need to be aggressive. That's how you get players attacking. They don't have to think. So if you got talent, you attack with it. You blitz. You go heavy and challenge people. You're 2 wins. 2 wins. You lost 14 straight games playing your bullshit.
Exactly. So Hendricks, the point of this is I can ask you this. You don't have to look back very far. And the Cincinnati Bengals, everybody's like, oh, you can't draft Jamar Chase. Joe Burrow won't even be able to throw the football. You have to draft
Penei Sewell. Yeah.
Yeah. And not saying that Sewell is fantastic. Do you think the Cincinnati Bengals make the Super Bowl if they don't draft Jamar Chase and they draft Penei Sewell? I don't think so.
And Burrow got sacked like more than almost any other quarterback.
Yeah,
but they still made the Super Bowl.
You have to weigh
how good those two are.
It's not just you need to fix this. You have to look at the overall picture, guys. And this is what gets lost. And Lance Briggs has been trying to put this out there. He's like, he doesn't give a shit about drafting Marvin Harrison. He goes, I'm taking the top 3 technique. I'm taking the top offensive lineman no matter what. If I'm picking number 1 and number 2, that's just dumb. Okay, that's what gets you fired. You have to look at the talent of Fashanu and then grade it against what's next. Like when our next pick comes up, or maybe we, trade downs, anything. What's available in free agency, whatever. You have to do the same thing with Marvin Harrison Jr. is an alien. I'm not quite sure if there's other wide receivers that I love, but that's what you have to weigh. The next guy, is there an offensive lineman in the 3rd round that you may have graded, or I know you don't have a 2nd round pick, but is there a guy that you have graded that could be available to you in round 3 that's not that dissimilar to where you have Fashanu graded? Whereas Rick Spielman, a former NFL GM for 10 plus years, has Marvin Harrison Jr. graded as a Hall of Fame level talent, and he just doesn't hand those grades out. So that's where you have to. It's all a factor. It's not just I'm going to take him because we need offensive line help. When you're up top, you have to take the best players available. Cannot reach.
I agree. And you want to see and get to the point, we're talking a lot here, and obviously it's disappointing because I was hoping to see Justin Fields this Thursday night and see. I think you got to get these answers about him now with the situation that you find yourself in regards to this football team being coached piss poorly. I don't know what Adam Johns is smoking in Illinois and who's telling him that, but
he just wrote an article. I
don't see any way that you can keep Eberflus on. I will get him on the show. Like, who is telling you that bullshit? Like, it's that bad. Energetically, you keep chopping away.
I'm just looking at the article to see how he phrased it.
This guy's a leader. You know, every day he's in there in that locker room chopping away at this, trying to get
They were Adam John. The way it says Adam John's Bears predictions at NFL mid-season. And he said his prediction was the Bears will be drafting number 2 and number 6 overall in the NFL draft. And then if you go to his number 2 prediction, his reasoning is the Bears will retain coach Matt Eberflus. I believe general manager Ryan Poles will be given an opportunity to hire another coach should he decide to dismiss Matt Eberflus. But I also believe Poles believes everything he said about Eberflus after he made the trade for Sweat. Retaining Eberflus would not prevent the Bears from making other changes. They needed new defensive. Yeah, they needed new defensive coordinator, and they may draft a quarterback. There could be changes offensively too. Continuity is a road less traveled by the Bears. That's not true. And for once, maybe how is continuity the road less traveled by the Bears?
He's lost in so many guesses in that word shit salad.
Well, it's predictions or guesses, but
yeah,
I don't see where continuity is.
The way
they've had continuity. They've stayed with issues for too long.
This is exactly why Getsy goes. This is exactly why, DJ. That's exactly what would happen. Hold on, we got this rookie future Hall of Fame. Go out there, block for Valus on the screen. No, how about put Tyler Scott at fullback? We'll try to run dive. It's like this is the fucking pathetic shit. Your fucking writers are predicting and defending this bullshit. Like, who's getting paid to try to sell the fan base on keeping this asshole as your head coach? It's so bad.
Yeah.
They have how many people are ultimately confident that the Bears win tomorrow? I'm saying they gotta win, but I can see them fucking
I
losing.
think they should. Oh, Phil, when you were gone, I said, would anybody be shocked if it's not Bryce Young's breakout game tomorrow night? He goes for 340 and 4 touchdowns because Phil.
Well, if we don't get pressure, he can
as much as I've been against Bryce, I would not have drafted him number 1. Everybody knows that. But like I told Claude and Cherie, if they sit back and they play 10 yards off, he will pick them apart all the way down the field because he's accurate and he's a fantastic anticipatory thrower. That's who Bryce Young is. Yeah. That bend don't break, he can kill you with that. That's his game. And if they sit, you have to come out, Phil.
I agree with you.
You have to come out and punch him in the mouth right in the beginning.
It's sad. I just can't even stomach the sight of Eberflus or Poles at this point. Like, I agree with what Bear Truth 9 was saying. Like, I felt like you're out there trying to defend what's indefensible. You're like that attorney that knows the guy's guilty, but you got to do your job. And it's like, don't even do it. Like, you're the problem here.
Sure,
like,
I think you and I agreed on this too, that I go back to that pause that Ryan Poles had. And to me, that was extremely significant because it was like, all right, buddy, buckle up a little bit because we know you're gone. And you know what I mean? It just, that's the first thing that came across to me. You're right. There's no justification at 2-7.
Yeah, 2-7. He's won how many games? 6 games in his fucking 5. Sorry, 5. Fuck. 5 games. He went on a 14-game losing streak. He got beat when he was up 28-7. He lost. Then the next week,
to a team that had just lost, had let another team put 70 points up.
70 points up.
Yeah,
and he's still calling plays, right, for the defense.
Yeah, he's still the defensive coordinator. He's still coming out every press conference after a loss, mind you.
Hold on, how about that? Like, don't you think they should have brought in somebody else by now, or you think?
No,
why is he still doing it?
I would not have, because you have to look at it from the perspective of who the hire would be, and this is my
They're wearing
But
orange.
it takes his
jerseys
focus
come
away
on.
from being the head coach.
Well,
when he has to focus on,
but that's who
calling
he is,
plays.
and you have to hold his feet to the. He's a defensive coordinator, so you have to look at it, Claude. If you're out there as a defensive coordinator, are you going to want to uproot your family for 15 weeks to coach underneath a guy that's probably a lame duck? And this is the problem. So let's just say Ryan Poles says, all right, we're going to fire the offensive staff. I'm going to hire Matt Eberflus is going to find a new offensive staff. He's going to find a defensive coordinator. Who's a viable candidate that's going to look at Matt Eberflus and the way that the Bears are constructed that's going to come here with almost no guarantees beyond 2024? You're still with a lame duck staff. That's why you have to clear the deck. Then Chicago becomes an extremely viable option. You have almost $80 million in cap space. You have 2 potentially top 5 picks. Maybe you're gonna, whatever. Bring in a big time head coach. Maybe it's Harbaugh. Maybe you're gonna resurrect the career of Justin Fields. Maybe it's gonna be Caleb Williams. Maybe they decide it's Drake May. It becomes more desirable that way. Do you want to uproot your family for a year under Matt Eberflus? You're like, oh, this dude's won 5 games in 2 years. You want to hitch your wagon to that? You're going to get you're going to get somebody that's going to take the job because it's the NFL. It's going to be Mike Martz again. You know what I mean? You're going to get him. You're going to get that type of guy that's been hanging around and will just take a job. It's going to be Mike Tice. It's going to be that shit again.
But my question more is like, don't you think him being the defense coordinator and calling the plays and having to think about that during the game, doesn't that affect him as being the head coach for everything else that goes on during the game?
Yeah,
no, because he's already given away the play calling to the offensive coordinator. He's still involved in situational football. That's why we're critical of him. They don't do things correctly.
I don't think it's too much on his plate. And if I'm Ryan Poles, I'm going to be like, you know what? You hired Alan Williams and he fucked up and he's not here. So if and I understand I hired Matt Eberflus, but you're like
Flores. Go ahead.
But you're holding his feet to the fire if you're doing your job the right way and say, you know what? This is on. I'm not going to go out and spend money on another defensive coordinator to come in here for, a few weeks because your guy fucked up and didn't do what he was supposed to do.
And he lost 2 coaches. They're trying to say the culture is right. One coach, the FBI or no FBI, whatever the fuck, clearly had to retire because of some.
We'll know if the FBI was really involved. I mean, there'll be charges, and then we'll find out.
Then you got this other running back coach fired. This is the guys you're hiring. Yeah. So crazy to me.
Fox was a big name.
Fox has 2 feet out the door.
Yeah, exactly. And he cashed in.
He just cashed in. So let's keep that in reality here. Yeah. Fox did bring Vic Fangio into the fold, if you remember.
Right.
He was the one who got him here. He chose to stay on with Matt Nagy. So one thing Fox did do was bring a veteran defensive coordinator with him.
Yeah, let's not forget he got fired coming off of a Super Bowl appearance in Denver.
Exactly.
And replaced.
The reality of this fucking franchise is they can't get the head coach right. And you could say whatever it is you want. Lovie Smith couldn't figure out the offensive coordinator because he was trying to keep up in a copycat league. What you have to do is define who you are as a head coach and what the identity of your football team needs to be. This is what Jim Harbaugh is. He knows what he wants to do, and he adapts his personnel to that. The Chicago Bears haven't found – they turned away from Bruce Arians. This is the same type of guy. Big personality, knows what the fuck he wants to do, knows how he's going to do it, They turn away from that, but they hire John Fox with a foot out the door. They hire Matt Nagy, who didn't call plays, who got to call plays in the one game that turned out it was the worst play calls of the game, of the season for the team. And they hired him. They had to have him. They are so football illiterate because it starts up at top. It's the Ernie Accorsi, Bill Polian, outside firm helpers society. And
no,
this is where
there's the answer to that. No,
insane clown posse of the Chicago Bears need to now adapt to the guy with the Rolodex and the wherewithal of Kevin Warren. And if Kevin says, fuck polls and fuck this coach, that's where you roll. And he goes with Harbaugh and you get Ryan Poles out of there. I'm fine with Poles gone.
Oh, I'm not going to lose.
I don't lose one iota of sleep. Not one.
I'm the same. If they clear the deck, it would be the first time that I can remember the Bears clearing the deck completely. Because I mean, if they do that,
right here, what DG and you are saying at the same time, they've never done it.
No,
I'm fine with them doing it. I actually think they need to do it. Listening to polls and seeing him, I get they made this trade that kind of shows a hand or piece of where your cards are lying, that they believe in polls. But the least thing would keep polls. I don't care. It's got to get rid of the coach. The best thing would be get rid of all of them and have Kevin Warren do the interviews, talk to the people. The best coach could be a guy we don't even know in college that has identified exactly what the Chicago Bears need to be doing on Sundays, and that's running the fucking football, playing aggressive defense, and getting back to being an attacking, bullying football franchise, because that's the remedy. I'm sorry. You don't need modern day. What is modern day? Running RPO shit? Trying to find this person that's going to... No, it's fucking running the ball. That's... If you look at the numbers and the tape, that's where you're going to win the football games. And you get your quarterback is going to be helped. Your young quarterback's going to be helped. And the Bears have some pieces here. Tevin, Wright. You know, they got to find center. They fucked up there. They royally fucked up center. Like royally.
Oh, yeah.
They let two young kids walk. They fucking signed Lucas Patrick. They moved Cody Whitehair to center. They had Sam Mustipher playing all that time, fully knowing he wasn't the guy, when you could have gotten reps and seen everything you needed out of Kramer, who was hurt at the time, but Dieter Eisland, we all know how we felt about him. Those are the things. Bears fucked that up. Then they fucked up. They did sign Nate Davis, who I really like. I don't know what his injury status is with the high ankle sprain.
High ankle sprain doesn't sound.
But this is a team that will get Nate Davis back, move Tevin back to left tackle, put Cody Whitehair back to center, and this is how they fucking do it. And they praise Simo. Simo is Simo the clown. They're terrible. Offensive line coach, bad. Play caller, bad. Offense in itself, horrific. Let's throw a couple more fucking horizontal screens. Let's do that. We can't wait till tomorrow. Line up. Let's throw a screen. Let's get 2nd and 1 and run a fucking reverse with our fucking wide receiver and have our quarterback block. This is a shit show. It's a shit show. There's no identity. Tomorrow, though, maybe they will. It's Deonta Foreman. He's your identity.
Totally agree. We said it from the beginning of the season. And Khalil Herbert, if he's back, should be in the same exact role that he was in.
Secondary role.
But do I expect it to happen? No. I have a feeling if Khalil Herbert is back, the first play of the game, first snap of the game, Tyson Bagent is going to throw a little out to Khalil Herbert or hand off to Khalil Herbert. That's what I fully expect.
Well, let's put another tight end screen to Cole Kmet out there. It's just a joke. Oh, I have to skedaddle now and go to CVS.
I think Claudio did too.
Yeah.
Well, Claudio's internet skedaddled him. Do you want to wrap up?
Yeah,
we're going to be back tomorrow night late.
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night. We don't, like I said, we don't even need to do shout outs. Let's just go over real quick. Just give a quick prediction and score, and then we'll get out of here so you can.
All right, great.
Do your Claude. We'll start.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. For some reason, I can't hear you right now, but I think you said predictions, right? Predictions for next game. Yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna win. I think we got a better team. We need to win. Prime time. I gotta say, I'm happy. I love there's Thursday night games with that prime vision where you can see all the players, and it's like a more like a coach's angle. I love that. So I'm pumped. I think we're gonna win, and I think we're gonna put up some points. So I think we're gonna win 30-21. How's that?
Wow.
30-21. Yeah.
30-21. Claudio has predicted 30 to 21.
Reed, you have a
bold prediction too?
Yeah, bold. Yeah. Go ahead. He's gonna say something about Mooney. He can't hear me, but
bold prediction
gonna be about Mooney.
Kmet gets another 2-touchdown game just for Phil.
Wow.
Wow. Cole Kmet, 2 touchdowns. Just watch 85 does. What does that say?
It says, son, just watch what 85 does. He's improved every year.
People are predicting ties, Cherie. Where are you at?
First of all, I want to say I'm with Claudio. I honestly kind of wish Prime would have got the Sunday ticket as opposed to YouTube, but not trying to ruin any sponsorship. So I do love that like player vision that they do on Prime. So I'm excited to watch the game on Prime. My bold prediction, I'm gonna start with that one, is, and this kind of leads to what Shane was saying. Montez Sweat has had a full week of practice, so I think he's gonna show out this game, especially with that of the Carolina's offensive line. So I do think we're gonna see a 2-sack game from Sweat.
Look at that.
And prediction, and I'm with y'all. It's up in the air on if we actually win. So I'm gonna pick with my heart and what I think they should and do. So I'm gonna say Bears win. Score 27-18.
27-18. Nice.
Look at that.
All right. I am going to say Chicago wins 20-13. And my bold prediction is, this is one thing that I think Eberflus will do. Ryan Poles will want him to do. I think they're going to want to stick the dagger in the heart and make him a focus. And I think DJ Moore has 2 touchdowns tomorrow night versus the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. Yeah.
Took my bold prediction there. I'm going to go with you guys there. I'm going Chicago Bears 24, the Carolina Panthers 13.
You want to take Ken's bold prediction? Bayless catches a pass.
Nice.
Bold prediction. Tyson Bagent has a day. 3 touchdowns, no interceptions from Tyson Bagent. Yeah, so there you go. What did Courtney Cronin do on her podcast?
Question the coaching.
First time in her career. She's still on our show, for God's sake. Well, that's
honorary captain tomorrow night.
Who's that?
See who it is. Did you see who it was? No, it's not even. DJ is a captain. Jaquan Brisker, honorary captain tomorrow night.
Oh my God,
he's back. So we'll see. But CVS, what time does CVS close, Phil?
10:30. So it's 10 now. I'm gonna bounce.
All right,
You
so
might end
I'll
up
let
at
you guys wrap it up. I'm gonna go. Love you, fans. Thank you all for the super chat.
We're gonna get out of here too, though, man. So, like I said, we love you guys.
I thought you were doing shout out or something. I don't know.
Nah, fuck. We don't need these guys. Get enough shout outs.
Well, I'm bouncing now, so I don't get in trouble.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
Love you guys. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night. If you're a TTNL patron, if you want to sign up, become a patron right there. Scan the QR code, sign up. You can watch the BHL halftime show with Phil and I, where we break down the first half of every game. And as soon as the game goes final, win, lose, or draw, BHL starts as soon as the game is over. And we always lead off with a DDP rant. So maybe it's a kinder, gentler Phil Atoshin tomorrow. We'll see. I'm not counting on it, but we'll see. But beyond that, hey, Bears, Panthers, Thursday night football. Let's go get a fucking W.
Let's go.
Chicago. And you know what? We'll close it out this way with one of the dopest beats from our guy, Cool Kennedy. This team needs to be based on what? Performance over politics. Let's do it that way. Build the team the right way. Fuck the politics. Get out there, perform, get a dub. Love you guys. See you tomorrow night.
POP, hold it down. It's performance over politics. Performance over politics. Performance over politics. It's POP, performance over politics. DDP said fuck a cap and arena tricks. We trying to build a dynasty out of heap of shit. McCaskey money rolling in, but that don't mean shit to die-hard fans. No matter where they move the stadium in Chicagoland, you can't escape the aftermath. You can't win no stats and blog boy math. The battle starts in the trenches. You can't fix Nagy's offense with 35 wrenches. Up in the nosebleeds, you smell the play called stenches. The sledge fields drop jewels like Osco. Tell Virginia sell the team wholesale. Costco. Performance over politics. Performance over politics.
P.O.P. Pop that ass and play the best. You can have a ton of stats, but still be winless. Nagy's still in this. Millhouse influence. McDonald's is hiring. McCaskey's grimace. Zero accountability. The wise cause regression. Performance is the plaza. The Bears stay at the West End. Guessing. Competition bringing out the best in. Anything you do but pace Bears vain obsession. Wrong personnel. This team never play the best. Performance over politics, the bare opposite. Virginia still smiling, Millhouse praising culture. George talking leaders, reading script on his Osa. Where the fuck is pace? Hiding behind the wise.
Performance over politics.
Performance over politics.
Performance over politics.
Where the fuck is pace? Hiding behind the wise.
Mama, I love you. POP, hold it down. Right, these are good pills, boy, baby, for life.
Where the fuck is pace? Hiding behind the wise. POP.
Performance over politics.